Hey y'all, it's Trap Talk Radio, Trap Talk, Trap Music, and Trap Possibilities with Madam CJ right here on In Touch Radio, Reality Radio, where everyone is a star. Make sure you guys tune in www.intouchnews.com or www.in-touchnews.com and call in. I know somebody gonna have something to say today. 813-444-9588. Again, it's 813-444-9588. Welcome back to the Trap. Happy New Year, everybody. I wish I like this. Okay, you got it. And I'm not playing with me today, baby. Happy New Year. I'm so happy to be back into the trap. I know y'all miss me so much. Y'all probably was crying over the holiday and all of that, but it's okay, baby. I'm back and I'm not going nowhere. I promise you, I am here to stay. Okay, right here every Thursday, 7 p.m. right here on In Touch Radio, Reality Radio, where everyone is a star. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me in 2020 throughout the crazy year, and I hope you guys are going to plan on rocking with me and sticking with me throughout 2021. Before we get started, I want to dedicate this show to a good friend of mine, Smooth, who transitioned with the Lord just over the last 2 weeks. So we are dedicating this show to him. Fly high, baby. He was and is one of the most unique people that I ever met in my life, and I met him through my god sister Shanita. And he was one of the first guys that like that kind of told me I was a gangster or whatever. So like, you know, when I first met him, he was just like, you know, we was vibing or whatever. I loved him. What I loved about Smooth, his name is Tony, but everyone called him Smooth. What I loved about him the most is that I could always talk to him about God, right? We would talk about catching the Holy Ghost in church, and we would, you know, talk about growing up in church. But he also pointed out he recognized the hustle and the gangster in me. He was one of the first guys to point that out. And he always used to just be able to lighten up my life, and whoever that he was around, he was such an inspiration too. So this show is being dedicated to Tony, aka Smooth. So if you guys are sharing this and you know him, please guys share it. And I would love to have a moment of silence for him and his family. So the thing that I learned in the trap this week or the last 2 weeks is love on and cherish the people that you have here. So many people did not make it into 2020, and but by whatever way, right? You know, us losing Tony, that was like at the last hour, right? The last hour. So some people you even thought that you thought that was going to make it into 2021, they did not. So cherish the people that you have. So my way of doing that, I have been planning for a couple weeks, but my way of cherishing the people that I have and loving on them was I wanted to do something special for my birthday. My birthday, y'all know I've been talked about it throughout the whole year. And I'm going to start off the year talking about my birthday. Right. Um, what I did was I wanted to bring my family together. My birthday is New Year's Eve, so we never really get to celebrate. It's always kind of overshadowed by Christmas. It's kind of overshadowed by church and the festivities of the New Year. And let me be clear, my parents never really overshadowed it. They always made sure that my birthday was celebrated outside of those holidays. But as I became older, it always kind of was, you know, pushed to the side. But this year, thanks to COVID, we did things a little bit different. And I wanted to make sure that I brought my family together. So we was able to kind of hide away for a few days and be around each other safely and celebrate each other, love on each other, and party. And baby, did we party, right? And one thing that that I've known for a while now, for a couple of years, is you have to be careful the things you say. But you know, for me, sometimes I get afraid of enjoying the moment, right? Sometimes I'm so afraid of, oh my gosh, if I enjoy this, I don't know if anybody else have that. If I enjoy this too much, is it the last time? I don't want to think like that. I want to enjoy the moment and love on the people that I have and understand that not everyone's able to experience the things that we're able to experience. And literally, not everyone made it to 2021. I would be interested to see how many people actually did not make it to 2021, because how many deaths that just occurred through COVID and COVID and other ways that people lose their life on a regular basis. So one thing I want you guys to know, if you're listening, you hear me. One thing I want to tell you from what I learned over the last few weeks: love on the people that you have, cherish them, love on them people their roses while they are here. Um, Tony, his brother, made a post on social media and basically was letting people know, there's other ways. There's ways that you can support me and my family. And a lot of times when people pass on, everybody know them. Everybody want to be a part of, and you hate to say the hype, but he was right in that post, and he was absolutely right. If you supported he was saying if you supported his brother and you rock with him, check on his family. Tony made amazing music. Check out his music. His social media is smooth, so you can always look at his handles there. But he's exactly right. If you supported him and while he was here, you wouldn't have to necessarily do those things when they're gone. So if there's people that you love and people that you want to support, do that while they have a chance to actually appreciate and take advantage of the fact that you're supporting them, whether it's a like, a share, it's a phone call, it's a text. Do that, you guys. That is what I learned in the trap, and that's what I want to take on throughout the rest of 2021, making sure that we love on those people that are here and understand that not everyone is going to make it to the days that we're able to have in this crazy, crazy world. So let's get it popping. Welcome to 2021. Trump supporters are taking over the White House or the Capitol buildings. What in the world is going on? Y'all, please call 813-444-9588. I gotta start off with that. Okay, I thought I was gonna put it at the end. I was gonna try to put it at the end, but I can't. So today we talking about the Trump supporters taking over the Capitol building. We're gonna talk about this app called Clubhouse. We're gonna talk about Kanye and Kim Kardashian, which I knew they weren't gonna last. And I hate this. Oh, God, forgive me, Lord. Forgive me for saying that on somebody's marriage. I just feel like those Kardashian women, I feel like they do something to black men. And my auntie pointed that out to me years ago. And every black man that's been with them women, they got something going on. I'm pretty sure that, they got a lot of positive stuff too. But let's get on these Trump supporters. So it's so interesting what happened yesterday. So basically, if you are living under a rock, or you don't have social media, or if you don't have the news, the Trump supporters took over basically DC. So you guys know, as of yesterday, I don't know if you are aware, yesterday they were doing the official counts of the election, and basically they were going to declare, because of course Trump's team, his team that support him, they wanted to fight the campaign and fight the election. So yesterday they were physically doing the counts, right? So that was significant, I think, as well, for the protest of the Trump supporters. So the Trump supporters, they stormed Washington. They stormed Washington, D.C. They took over some Capitol buildings. And this is the interesting thing. Now, 6 months ago, okay, just 6 months ago, 6 months ago, we were having riots all across the country because we were protesting the injustice that have occurred over the years and years and years of black and brown people from the police, okay? And people had so much to say about it. Our president, even had a lot of negative things to say about it. These people that are supporting Trump were some of the same people that would like to use the phrase they and them and you people and all that, and want to say, when black men get shot, they are most likely to say, he shouldn't have resisted. Those type of lingos. Oh, look at those hoodlums. Look at those thugs, and why are they acting that way? Peaceful protest. What is that going to do? All of those things, honey. Let's apply that to this group of people that stormed. And the thing that has people up in the uproar is, if it was black people that was taking over the White House, this gonna be real blunt, but they would have been getting shot at the door. Okay? There's a picture of that is going around of what the National Guard and security looked like when the riots were happening in DC for Black Lives Matter. There was hundreds of soldiers or police officers or whatever their positions was, geared up, guard in front of these Capitol buildings. You understand what I'm saying? They were ready for it. Now, I will say this. I don't know how many people knew about, the Trump rally or whatever. I feel like the FBI be knowing all this stuff. So What I'm going to say, but I can't give them too much of it, is maybe they did not have as much time to prepare. Okay, because I know, riots were going on all over the country, so they probably knew. Okay, yeah, they're gonna be coming our way. That's I'm gonna get them 2 pennies for that. Okay, out of $1, 2 pennies. Like I said, if you were living under a rock, if you ain't seen nothing, baby, it was sprinkles of armed police officers or guards or whatever. Where is the people with the rifles? Well, this is America. Okay, Gambino, shout out to this is America. Really? Right? Should nobody be able to walk into no Capitol building like they did. These people was hanging off the walls, going in people's okay. This is a huge deal. Okay. Trying to calm down because I got like 3 things to say. I only got like a minute and a half to do it. So it just the ridiculousnessly, whatever word that is. It was insane what we saw. They were in official offices, going through people's stuff, walking through. Like, where's the military? I don't know. I didn't know that being white had that much power. That you can walk in Capitol buildings. Okay. And I will tell you, unfortunately, I know we gotta go on a break. Unfortunately, I believe this is just the beginning. And I'm gonna say that if we come back to the break. But y'all, if while we go on break, look up some footage, baby. Look up some footage. It was insane. Hoodlums was out there. Hoodlums, thugs, all that was out there. We'll be back. Trap Talk Radio. The entire DC National Guard was active.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call Herman White at 961-6661. That's 961-6661.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard, so you don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
You just need FeedThePig.org. Don't get left behind. Get tips and tools at FeedThePig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all gotta see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
All you sports fans, tune in every Monday morning to listen to Mic'd Up Mondays with Michael Clayton. You don't want to miss this.
On In Touch Radio.
It's Trap Talk Radio, Trap Talk, Trap Music, and Trap Possibilities right here on In Touch Radio, reality radio, where everyone is a star. And I'm so happy to be back once again. Happy New Year. We are back in the trap, and we talking about this foolishness that's happening on Washington, D.C. So, we just talked about how crazy these people look. They going all in the Capitol buildings. This is what people working at. This is where they decide on our stimulus checks. Okay, this is where. Okay, listen. So as of right now, there is 4 people that lost their lives due to the attack on the Capitol. It says I see FBI appeals for information from public on Capitol rioters. So this is what I want y'all to do as my listeners. If you can share some of these pictures of these people so that the FBI can get the information that they need, let's support the FBI in doing that. Okay, let's do that. So let's talk about this young lady that one of the first people that lost their lives. Now, granted, I am not an advocate for anybody losing their lives for any reason. That's not what I'm here for. We also have to keep in mind sometimes people. This is gonna sound so bad. I'm not Anna, y'all. I'm not finna go to. I'm not finna say that. You know, unfortunately, in the unfortunately in the actions that were taken, some people had to lose their life. Because they were a part of it. That's how I'm gonna say that. Okay. Ashley Babbitt, or however you say her name, was shot and killed at the Capitol on Wednesday. I seen a video of this lady talking. This is the first one that came out. Okay. She was like an extreme. She was definitely a Trump supporter. Okay. I don't know what happened. I don't know how she got shot. I don't know, was she trying to attack somebody? I don't know. But I know in the video that I've seen of her speaking negatively about things that are happening in the world, talking about immigration on an extreme level, just having that type of very radical mindset. These are and I'm saying that to say these are the nature of people that were storming into the White House, right? These are not people that just wanted to have a peaceful protest. And this is the difference. Okay, with Black Lives Matter, with those protests, a lot of the people that were causing a lot of the ruckus were not facilitating the protest, was not leading the protest, and they were literally a handful of people, right? It was, let's say there's 100 people out there, there's probably gonna be 2 people out there that want to sit up there and cut a fool and not do things in the right and the legal way. We talking about it was 100 people out there that wanted to storm the Capitol. Listen, who told them that this is okay? Then the other side, let's talk about the armed forces that were there. I seen people getting walked out. It was a woman, her hand. One security guard had a woman holding her hand, walking her down the steps. Why were we treating these quote unquote criminals as if they was in the federal penitentiary with Martha Stewart? But 6 months ago, they was getting gassed and maced and this is America. This is America, right? I think this is my show, right? I can say what I want to say. Y'all know now. I'm trying to really be very politically correct because I know In Touch Radio, we're going many places. We're an international radio station, so we all have to be collectively a part of what Mr. and Mrs. Johnson are what they're pushing. But I'm just gonna say this, and I apologize in advance. I feel like a lot of the Trump supporters, the nature of the people that stormed Capitol are like white trash or trailer trash. They're trailer trash, right? I think Trump gave those people. And the reason I say those people, because I feel like there's some people that may support Trump, that may support some of his philosophies, that may support some of his. I'm not talking about all of the Trump supporters. I'm talking about that group of Trump supporters. They know that when Biden and Vice President Harris get into office, all that right now is going out the door. Okay? And I feel like that was the reason they wanted Trump in office so much, because they were considered the underdog when Obama was in office. Even though Anna does feel like he was a pawn or whatever. Anna, you feel that, because I'm trying to get Anna in, because I want your opinion. I want your opinion about this, because yesterday was a mess.
Because that's their business. That don't got nothing to do with me. I don't even live at the Capitol building. Then the Capitol building don't even send me nothing. They don't check on me, check on my family, nothing like that. So They ain't got nothing to do with
Oh, so
me.
you acting like that?
That's
That's
pale
their
people
business.
doing pale people things, and that if they want to storm their Capitol building and take pictures in they people's chambers and stuff, that's their business.
Okay, that's their business. That's how Anna feel.
That
That's
have
their
nothing to
business.
do with me. We got stuff to do.
We do.
That ain't got nothing to do
And
with that.
I think that is an indication. And I'm saying all this. I'm talking about the uproar and all my emotions, and I'm frustrated because of the obvious mistreat of black and brown people.
But we already know
already
that.
knew that, right?
We already
I
knew
think
that.
it's just I think what social media does and what the media does, and by us walking around with these phones, it's instantaneous.
We gotta turn it off. We
We
gotta
do.
learn how to turn it off and to not get emotionally attached to stuff that don't have nothing to do with us. Our emotions belong to our families.
Our
our
emotions belong to
emotions-
our what?
To our families.
Okay.
That's the only thing we need to be emotional about is what's going on with them.
So you absolutely right. And what I was going to say was that the reason that I think we get caught up in it is because it's almost like a constant reminder, right? So even though we already know, it's continuously in our face.
That's why it's necessary for us to separate from
It is.
them.
I'm not okay. I'm not going there with Anna. But what I will say, I do want her here. I want her here. I love it. I love it. But I will say I do believe when Anna said there's things that we have to do. I believe there has been a shift. Okay, so y'all, I don't know if I ever said this on the air, but I had a conversation with Anna about 6 months ago when the riot started. No, was it 6 months ago? I don't know. It was summer. It was like it was between June and August. And Anna said to me, she said, the shift is here. And she scared me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Like I would just lie. I didn't know if I ever said it to her. I would just lie. I was, I'm a tough cookie, so I stood 10 toes down in her car. And I listened to her when she was talking to me in her car. But I was in there praying like, Lord, what's the shift, God? God, tell me what the shift is, Jesus. Somebody give me a hand, please, because she's serious, and I ain't get that memo. God, you ain't told me that in prayer. What? I was scared, y'all. I was just like, okay, cool. But I'm sitting there looking at her like, okay, girl, okay, cool. But I'm praying in my mind. Okay, because Anna got a word that I didn't get. But you know what? But I was getting the word, right, from her. That was my message. She said, girl, there's a shift coming. It's been a long time coming. And it's time for us to get, it's basically the message was, it's time for us to get what belongs to us. And what I want to say is, when you say there's stuff we got to do, I feel like all of that, it's like a child. It's like a child acting out, right?
We're supposed to be ignoring them right now.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
You ignore a child most days when you know they doing some stuff they ain't got no business doing.
Get a whooping.
You don't need to whoop them for what? Just ignore them. They gonna get tired of it in a minute, right? They gonna get tired of each other's, and they gonna figure that out. But while they over there figuring out what they gonna do,
we need to be working.
So
speaking of working, I don't know if you guys heard about the app Clubhouse. Have you heard about the app, Anna?
Yes, but I don't have an iPhone, so there's.
So you only can have it on iPhone.
You can only have it on iPhone.
Okay. So a couple months ago, I seen a video of basically that people, like a marketing strategy is exclusivity, right? I've learned that. That's why Painting in the Trap, we only have like 30 to 60 tickets at every single event. Even if we have a venue that can hold 100 people, we cut it off at least like 70% capacity, even before COVID, because we want people to feel like, dang, I missed out, right? So this guy was saying on this TikTok video that the reason people get tired of social media platforms because they start doing what everyone else does. Right? First, everyone wanted to be on Facebook. Why? Because not everybody could be on Facebook. It was only for college students. Then everybody wanted to be on Facebook. Now everybody's on Facebook. Then everybody wanted to be on Instagram because Instagram, all you could do was post pictures. But now, next thing we know, Instagram is doing what Snapchat does. Now Instagram could do videos and stories. And so it's like they start intertwining and start all doing the same thing. So Clubhouse, and he mentioned Clubhouse, and I didn't pick up on it. My mind be all over the place. So he mentioned this app called Clubhouse, and he said Clubhouse is unique, and people are going to want Clubhouse because all you can do is talk on it. Right? So I did not know until you just said that you have to have an iPhone. But I am on Clubhouse. I just got on Clubhouse yesterday. So my homegirl was like, hey, you need to be in this room. So basically Clubhouse is an app, and you go in there, all you do is talk. So basically, I'm gonna have to talk to Mr. Darryl about getting on Clubhouse too, because it's like it's like a listening only podcast basically, and people are but people can chime in, so it's interactive. So and people have these rooms. So it was a master mindset room last night, and it was some heavy hitter entrepreneurs in there, and it was basically about getting to where I'm going to tell you some of the tips that they gave us when I come back. But if you have an iPhone and you are into business, what I liked about it also, it wasn't just about business. It was, I tried to join some groups about spirituality. I tried to join some groups about stocks and finance. So basically, whatever you want to do, there's going to be people on there with the same type of mindset that have the same desires and different tips that they can give you. And this is the thing: everyone is accessible. So that means if I want to talk to Anna's a celebrity, I could just join her room. I can ask her questions. That's cool, right? Of course, there might be 5,000 people and you have to wait your turn, but that's the interesting part of this type of thing. And people were just on there talking, chatting it up. So while we go on break, I need you guys to look that up, download Clubhouse. It was dope, and I'm going to tell you guys some of the tips that I learned for my business and some of the things that I want to do in my business just by being on that app. So like Anna said, that's their business. We got stuff we got to do. We'll be back. Trap Talk Radio.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No.
Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this.
To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan. We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
How to find each other.
The whole experience was fine.
The most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
When it comes to reality radio, everyone is a star.
I know that's right.
On your smooth soul and R&B station.
On the World Wide Web.
Access granted.
In Touch Radio.
The sole purpose.
I know you're going to dig this.
With Keith Harris and attorney Monica Harris is every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. What's your purpose? In Touch Radio.
Hey y'all, we're back right here on Trap Talk Radio. Trap Talk. Oh, do you hear that smack? Oh, that was so ghetto.
It's okay. All right.
Trap Talk, trap music, and trap possibilities right here on In Touch Radio, reality radio, where everyone is a star. If I'm gonna smack my teeth, I might as well just keep on going, right? Jeez. Make sure y'all call in 813-444-9588. So I was talking about Clubhouse. So last night they were talking about how being like a mom and entrepreneur, and this one girl said, listen, she's like, when you got a new baby, sometimes all you got to do is turn your office into a playroom. And she said, if you got to bring the playpen, I thought about me, y'all. I be over here in my office, I had a playpen, I got toys. She was saying this basically, just make it work. Find the time that you need. It's going to be a struggle, but make it work. But one of the things that when they were talking about marketing, they were saying when you have a business, you have to make sure that you really understand your marketing target, meaning who you're going to market to, what they look like, where they live, age range, all of that. And so some of these heavy hitters were saying, listen, if you don't know X, Y, and Z, you already are setting yourself back from being successful. And I thought it was interesting because I feel like a lot of times, especially when we were in the pandemic, everyone was getting all this extra money. Everyone was getting all this extra money. Everybody was doing all this. Everybody wanted to be a business owner, right? But what she was saying was when it's really time to get to work, Are you ready for that? And I think a lot of times we rush into things and we rush into businesses. And I had to really look at myself like, dang, like I have to make sure that the moves that I'm making, that I'm not rushing into it. Have I really done the adequate research on it, right? Doing the adequate research, making sure that that I know, one, what I'm going to go against, and then how I'm going to be able to tackle those things. I think a lot of times when we're trying to do something, trying to get stuff started, we get what Anna said, emotions. We get emotional about business, and we can't be emotional about it, right? And a lot of people on there was talking about passion, and I'm advocate believer of, yes, we definitely need to follow our purpose and our passion, but that ain't got to be what your first business is about, because you need to be able to fund your purpose and your passion, right? I feel like if you can find something functional that can make you some money, and it doesn't stress you out, and you can deal with the ups and downs, do that so you can fund your purpose and passion. I use the example all the time. The man that owned Tesla, he really can care about cars, but he wanted to make sure that he can sell cars. Why? So he can figure out a way so he can live on Mars. At the end of the day, that is what he did, right? So, but what they were saying is right. If you, and I guess it kind of goes hand in hand, because if you don't have passion or something like that around, all that research, it draw you out. There's businesses that I've considered starting, and I'm just like, oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. When I start thinking about everything I got to do, oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm not say that business for somebody else, right? Right now, I would love to have a cleaning business because I know it would make me a heck of a lot of money. Do I want to go through the hassle of everything I need to do to have a cleaning business? Not at all. I don't care about it that much. So yes, you need to have some type of energy and some interest. That's the best word. Some interest there. But understand that sometimes business is not necessarily about, it's not about our feelings, right? Because there's going to be decisions that have to be made that we have to really take our feelings out of it. Feelings also can get messed up. They were saying this in Clubhouse. Feelings can get messed up because there's sometimes decisions you have to make, and you got to go where the money goes. It was a girl on there who was saying she was able to. So basically, what happens is like a virtual conference, right? So let's say there was 15 people that was on the quote unquote on the stage. Those are the people that were able to speak and chime in and talk. Then you had 4,000 people in the audience. We were all virtually on the audience listening to these people. So they were able to take questions from people that were in the audience. And so one of the girls that stepped up and took a question, she had a sip and paint company. And so it was an interesting perspective because y'all know that Painting in the Trap is in the industry of sip and paint. She was saying that she's in the DMV area and she does virtual parties. She liked that. And she said a lot of people are shying away from the virtual parties because they're kind of over it, right? And she said, people are wanting me to come do live events, and I don't really want to do that. And so her question to Judy, and Judy is basically Jessica Dupart. She is the owner of Kaleidoscope out of New Orleans. I don't know if you guys heard about her. She's hair care, multi-millionaire, big dog. And I hope you know about her. Okay, you should know about her. Pro-black, you should know about her. Okay? Shame on you. I can finally say that. She has hair drops. She's a stylist, and she was a stylist before. She has hair drops for hair growing. So check her out. Okay, check her out. Okay. So anyway, she was basically saying, telling the young lady, you got to go where the money was going. So the girl was asking her, is, that's my passion is to do these virtual parties, but people are wanting, how do I make the decision not to do that? And Jessica told her, listen, you got to go where the money go, as long as it's not taking away your vision, right? So she said, be safe and be precautious, but if there's shifts you got to make, you got to be able to make those shifts, which COVID should have showed a lot of us business owners, a lot of us entrepreneurs, a lot of us that have passion and desires to do anything. That should have showed us that. It's not emotional, right? The people in her area asking her that they want to do live parties, it's not that they don't care about her health, but they see a value in having people come to their venue, right? I know that, right? And it was just interesting to see somebody else who had a business similar to mine that had a different perspective. I prefer the virtual parties. I know we got to do, and I'm with her. I know we have to do the live events because that's just the nature of it. But I prefer it because it's less work for me and my team. It's less work where I can be at my house. I can be in the house doing something. But I also know the value of having these live events. Side note, we actually, if you're going to be in Tampa, we're going to have an event January 17th. And we also have just released our Super Bowl Painting in the Trap. I'm going to tell you guys now, get your tickets early, okay? I don't know how many shows we're going to have. But if you love Painting in the Trap and you want to be in, you're going to be in the Tampa area, it's going to be a lot of people in the city looking for stuff to do. Secure your tickets. The tickets will be slightly more expensive, but we will be releasing a coupon code for our value customers. But I'm telling you now, secure your seat. Okay, it's going to be a good time. But another thing they were talking about on Clubhouse is in this world of the digital age and things changing, don't be afraid to reach out to larger companies, even as a small business, right? So it was a girl that she was a bartender, and she was trying to figure out how to get her business jumping. And they were telling her, listen, contact these companies. They love doing employee engagement, right? What was on there, and I would tell any and everybody, is they were giving a lot of social media tips. They were giving a lot of, for me, it was a spark, right? I think when I was listening to it, I was thanking God, because a lot of the things that they were saying on there, I already had insight. He already told me. I didn't act on it, or I was too complacent, or I was too comfortable, or other things was going on. So for me, it was confirmation, like, God, you still speaking to me. God, you already told me a lot of these things. But they kind of gave you tools to do it. So if you are on social media and you can't, and you have an iPhone, as Anna said, but that just means somebody gonna come out with another one for Android. Yeah. So I don't know what the next social media thing is going to be. I mean, TikTok, I guess, is its own thing. I don't know. I feel like it's the same thing as Instagram. Like, you can do videos, but TikTok, I guess it allows you to manipulate footage and manipulate songs. You can't necessarily do that on Instagram in the way that you could do it on TikTok or whatever. But we'll see what's next. Maybe the next thing gonna be all we doing is typing on the app, and everybody gonna be on there just typing. Okay. I guess that's Facebook, but Facebook got the pictures and videos and live text messaging.
Is that not texting?
We ain't doing texting no more.
We're not gonna text no more. We're just gonna text online.
We're gonna text online so everybody can see our conversations.
I'm not about to do this with America or the world.
This is America.
I'm not about to do it.
This is America.
I'm not about to do this with y'all. I'm about to go incognito.
Child.
Bye.
This is America, y'all.
Bye to everything.
So I really hope that this year turns out to be a much better year than the rest of the years. Last year. The rest of the years. I swear it felt like 2020 was a couple years. Like, baby, I really hope this year. And you know what? Listen, I bump everybody. I'm going to talk about me. Let me tell y'all what I'm getting this year. First of all, I ain't going to tell everybody. I was going to say something, but I'm not. I ain't going to do it. They ain't ready for it. Okay. I ain't worried about nobody doing all that, honey, because I'll fight somebody for Energy is real. Yes, I did say that, y'all. Please forgive me. This is Trap Talk Radio. I'm from Tampa. Listen. But for me, I am 2021. I'm remaining peaceful. You know, I have not had a chance to sit down and really think about the things that I want to get out of this year. I haven't, just because Christmas, and then we had a little family vacation, and then I spent some time with my baby, and I think over the next few days, and I'm gonna make a commitment to the listeners and say next week I'm gonna be able to at least say a couple of things that I've made a decision on what I want out of 2021. Of course, it's not going to be everything because I don't put everything out there. But I really want to sit down and say, what do I want to receive out of 2021? But I'm not going to lie to you. I was doing my walk the other day, and I was talking to God, and I said, God, in other years, I've said things that I wanted, and I didn't get them. So I'm almost a little bit scared, right? I'm almost a little bit scared. I don't know what that is. That's just me being transparent, right? I don't know if anybody else had that feeling where you say, okay, you know what? I'm going to be a millionaire this year. And I say that every year, and I'm yet not a millionaire. And as I'm saying this literally right now, what went through my head was, what are you doing not to get it? Because you've already said it. It's already there. What are you doing not to get it? Right? Whatever it is that we want, me. What am I doing not to get it? What tools do I already have that I'm not using? What am I lazy on? What am I doing not to get it? Instead of focusing on why don't I have it? What am I doing to push it away? Help me, God. I don't know if anybody else, I'm not finna preach today. Cause you know I go there. I'm not. What are we doing now? What, Cedrica? That's how my mom said, Cedrica. What are you doing not to get it? So I'm going to really sit down and think about what do I want out of this year and how am I going to get it? How am I going to get it? I'm supposed to be a millionaire right now. And I'm supposed to be able to write $1 million check right now. And I'm not able to. So what's the problem? I got to figure that out.
You gonna figure it out.
I'm gonna figure it out.
I know you're gonna figure it out.
The shift that literally just happened right now, and I'm happy it was recorded.
Yep. So you can go back and watch it.
I can go back and watch it.
Yep.
What am I not doing?
Are you focusing on it?
I'm not. I wasn't. I'm not saying I'm not. When I say I'm not, I'm gonna change that. I wasn't.
So I did a manifestation challenge. Right before the New Year's, it started on the 26th.
Her voice sounds so sexy, y'all. And she look good too. I'm so happy. My
and it went all the way into the first, right?
Okay.
So the things that that I took away from it was instead of saying no thank you, say yes thank you. Mm-hmm. Right? Also to remember what you're grateful for, right? Because we spend a lot of time thinking about what we want and the future and what do we have right now. Mm-hmm. And the more we are grateful and open for the things that we have now, the more we will receive to be thankful for.
So the Bible says, and I'm gonna mess. I don't want to say it verbatim. Basically, it says, God wants to see what you're going to do with a little before he gives you a lot. Let me see if you can handle this, right? And I hear the same thing in what you're saying. Be grateful for this. Be grateful for this.
Right, because this is a lot.
This is a lot. You're
and you
blessed.
should feel like a millionaire. Even if you don't have $1 million in the bank, you should still feel like a millionaire.
I mean, I was thinking about, and we probably just might as well just bypass that little break. Yeah. We're just going to ride it out. Anyway, I definitely felt really blessed to be able to. I have a roof over my head. I have a place to stay, multiple places to stay. So much where I get tired of staying other places. I have multiple places to stay. I have a car to drive. I can pay all my bills. I can go out to eat. Baby, I ain't missed a meal, honey. I ain't missed a meal. You hear me? I ain't bump a meal. I ain't missed a snack. Okay, I ain't missed a peppermint. Never have, honey. Some years I'm chowing down a little bit heavier than others, baby, but I ain't missed a peppermint session. And we'll be back, y'all. She cut me off, y'all. We'll be back.
Call Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer? I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we 100 down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida. Grab a pen of sundown 184-361 Rick. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361 Rick. Call Ricky, ask Ricky is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers on our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and getting you the best medical
jazz. You're listening to In Touch Radio.
Yeah, we back right here on Trap Talk Radio, Trap Talk, Trap Music, and Trap Possibilities right here on In Touch Radio, Reality Radio, where everyone is a star. So we up here talking about, if you just tuning in, I basically am just saying that sometimes I get afraid of trying to say and declare what I want out of the year, because when I don't get it, I'm like, okay, well, God, you told me this power in the tongue. I use the power like a sword. That was me using my tongue. Like, that was, where's it at? Okay, because I said it. I don't, and I'm joking, but I'm serious. Like, and I'm pretty sure other people feel this way too. It's kind of like, okay, God, I didn't say that. I didn't say that every year. Okay. For example, I'm gonna use myself. And because I told myself I'm going to stop talking about it. I keep saying, okay, I'm going to start working out. I'm going to get more consistent with my working out, because I do work out periodically, right? But I keep talking about it. But as you said, what am I doing? Or what am I not doing? So Anna jumped in, and what was the word you gave? You said the manifesting thing.
Manifesting, to be grateful.
Okay.
Right? Be grateful for what you have currently so that you can be open to receive more.
Okay.
Right. And instead of saying no, thank you, say yes, thank you more often. Right.
So
because you are, it's almost, and shout out to my life coach, Latasha Oliver. She's the bomb.com. What we're initially doing is thank you is supposed to be a receiving. Right. And you said no before you received it.
Wow.
So it's almost like you said, no, I don't want to receive this. Right. So we unconsciously do that. And we do that a lot. Right. We talk ourselves out of things. And another thing that she said was, what is the feeling that you're trying to achieve? Right. Because the thing that you want is attached to a feeling. So why do you want what you want? What is the feeling that you're trying to get at the end of the day? Are you trying to be successful?
I'm trying to be rich.
Okay, but what is rich?
If we go,
what does that feel like?
If we doing it,
what does that feel like though? What does that look like for you?
Am I answering this right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Iyanla Anna. Iyanla. It'll fix my life. Anna. Iyanla. Listen. What does that feel like for me? What does rich feel like?
What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? Right? All of that is a part of what you're really.
It looks like jobs for me.
Jobs? Mm-hmm. But does jobs, is that what you want to do?
Not for me. Like I'm a job creator.
Okay.
So rich.
Creating jobs.
Walk into this corporate office that God has given me this vision for. Ever. I know exactly what it is, how it is. I know how the rooms are structured, and I know when I walk into those doors, my businesses are going to creating and sustaining people employment, which will sustain their families.
Okay.
And that is what it is for me. Because the money gonna be there. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, when I say I'm a millionaire, because in my mind, you think. This is why that is so powerful. In my mind, I'm thinking, well, if I got $1 million, I should have the jobs. But ideally, maybe I need to switch it. Maybe I need to focus on the people first, and it'll get me there. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it makes what you want to do is what you should be doing.
Right.
Right. So if you're wanting to create jobs, then you create the jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And when you create the jobs, ultimately, you're going to become a millionaire.
Right.
Makes sense. Now.
That's the only little bit of my therapy session I'm going to let y'all see on the air. Okay. Everything else we're going to do off the air. Oh, probably some margaritas. Okay? How does that make me feel? It made me feel like I want to be rich.
And that's it.
No, I'm not going to discuss all that on here. Anna, listen, that Anna got me over here blushing. It is deep. It's deep. It's deep, right? So that's good though. So where can we get that type of stuff?
That type of stuff. So I did invite you to the manifestation
Goddess honey, I'm in it, and Society. I got screened before I got before I got accepted, honey. I joined. Anna invited me to this group. You know, half of the time I'll be paying attention to this stuff, but Anna don't invite me to a lot of stuff. So I said, let me request it. So I put my request in. Somebody sent me an inbox talking about you didn't answer certain questions.
That would be the life coach.
So then I went back. I said, what did you talk about? You know what I'm saying? So I went back and I went and answered the questions before I responded to her inbox. And, you know, whatever. And that's pretty much what it was. They wanted just, in the questionnaire, they wanted to make sure that you were there for the right reasons, right? And so now I'm going to pay attention to the group because I didn't really pay attention to it before, which I thought is very interesting. So that is where.
That's where. And then if you want to contact Latasha Oliver, that's at loveandlight, LITE.com. She is a holistic life coach, a manifestation master.
So she's
a Reiki master. She does a lot of things. She's a healer. She's brilliant. I love her.
So you've seen her manifest things in her life.
Oh, I've seen her manifest plenty of things. She's helped me manifest.
That's crazy.
So yeah, she's definitely the truth. And I needed the 5 days because it was just like, okay, all right, I know where I'm going. I know where I'm at. Let's get it.
And let's be clear, y'all. Everyone has the power to do all of this. And a lot of us have already done it.
Absolutely.
And I think that the key is, my struggle is when I said things and I believed it and I let it go. Literally, I've said stuff like, oh, I'm going to do this. And my friends and my family will tell you. And okay, one thing that I don't know if Shanita remembers this, but I would tell her an idea.
Mm-hmm.
And she would always bring it back up to me after it happened. She said, Dreek, you know you said
oh, we're manifesting every day.
But I said it with so much confidence and I let it go, right? Because I knew, oh, I'm gonna wear I'm gonna wear this little plum outfit on my show today, girl. I'm finna be real cute. And that's it, right? Just said so said, so done. And so she would be like, girl, you said X, Y, and Z. So we all have the power to manifest.
Oh yeah.
But I think we almost second guess ourselves.
I mean, but the universe doesn't second guess anything. So that's why you have to be careful in what you're saying. Your self-talk is important. You know, she used the example of two different people. There's one person that always speaks kindness to themselves, always doing good, and it seems like everything is always going good in their life, right? And then there's the other person that's always negative. They're always gossiping. There's always something going wrong with them, right? So what you focus on is what is going to happen for you.
Absolutely.
Literally.
And, you know, that's why I kind of had to, and I'm not trying to be funny, y'all. I had to stop focus. I had to stop obsessing over COVID.
Absolutely.
I was obsessing over COVID, so afraid. So I said, and something happened, and I don't know what I heard. Basically, I just remember whatever you focus on comes to you, right? And I said, oh God, I can't. No, you know, it's the law of attraction, and I was like, I'm not finna focus on it. I'm gonna take the proper precautions. I'm gonna take my vitamins. I'm gonna make sure my baby's safe. We ain't gonna be crazy now and be like, you know, we're not gonna be a Donald Trump, okay? Just not gonna wear your mask. You know, we're not gonna just not do none of that, okay? Because, you know, but that's a prime example. I was like, I'm not finna fixate over this, you know. So you're right. All right, so yeah, I know we about to end the show, but y'all need to find what's the group again?
It's Manifestation Goddess Society.
Manifestation Goddess Society. It is on Facebook.
It is.
Is it on other social media channels?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Y'all check it out, and if that's not the group for you, find something else. Find other ways for you to manifest and start putting into action the things that you want out of 2021 and out of your life. Shoot,
absolutely.
Not just this year.
That's right.
Years to come, right? I thank you guys for listening this week. I will catch you guys next week. Remember, whatever you want, you can obtain it. Focus on it. Work hard. Let them people worry about their stuff. We got stuff to do. I love y'all. Y'all be safe. See you next week. Bye.